Bang for the buck. That's what sums this PC up perfectly. Hey guys, it is me, and here at the Tech Hub we've designed another PC for you guys. This is all about raw performance for your dollar. So this PC is £800 and this gives the best performance for the price point. If you spend a little bit more, you're not getting a lot more. But if you go back a little bit, you're getting a lot less. So it's at that sweet spot at the moment, and I'm going to give you a couple alternatives for everything you see on this list. So to kick things off, we have the Intel i5-4460. Now, at this price point, overclocking isn't going to be a massive concern, so you might as well save the £45 and get this. There's not a massive difference between this and the higher up model, so you get this is a really good, has 6 megabytes of cache. This will keep up perfectly with any graphic card you throw it. My brother's got a goddamn 970 in his PC, and this keeps up perfectly fine with it, not bottlenecking it at all. So this is a perfect CPU for this price point. However, another alternative is the AMD FX 8350. I actually have this in my PC because I do a lot of rendering and the physical cores is really helpful for me and has a lot of cache. For gaming, this probably won't be as good because it's more but slower cores. But if you're into like rendering and stuff but don't want a mega expensive CPU, then this will do you perfectly fine. I use it for mine, it's perfectly fine, but I'm going to upgrade into an i7 very soon. At this price point, I think it's best, even though you're not going to be doing overclocking, I like keeping everything cool. In my CP, I've built, except from the I've got stuff in my PC that keeps everything cool. I've got tons of fans, got a graphics card with tons of heat pipes and fans in it. So, if you want to keep your CPU even cooler, then the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo is a brilliant choice, as it is fairly cheap and does a very, very good job at keeping your CPU very, very cold. The motherboard is always a tricky one. You want features for upgradability in the future, but you don't want to lash out on things that you won't need at the minute. So this is the perfect balance. This is the ASRock B85M Pro motherboard. This ports DDR3, SATA ports. It's micro ATX, so it's small and compact. And it's just generally a really good motherboard for the price bracket. There are a couple of other options, but I think this is best. But honestly, whatever one's cheapest at the time, get that. At the moment, Kingston have got their 24GB of 1333 RAM down from 215 quid to 70 quid. That's cheaper than most 16GB sets, so at the moment, definitely get this, even though it's not dual channel. 24GB for this price point, you can't go wrong with this. But if you'd rather have 16GB, go with 16GB. I do not know how long this sale is on for. It could be on for a couple of weeks, could be on for a day. But hey, this is a really good choice. But if not, find your most trusted brands, whatever one's cheapest, get that. On a build like this, an SSD doesn't make sense. An SSD is if you want everything booting up quickly, and for this, I've never had an SSD, and I've coped perfectly well, but I would probably put an SSD if I could, but no. So, this Seagate 1TB hard drive was reduced down from 60 to 40 quid. Really good, 150 reviews, all of them 5 and 4 stars, so you don't really need to worry. This will be a very good platform for your storing all your data. The graphics card is always a difficult one, because you want something for the future, but you also want it to be beastly performance. So, I've got two options for the graphics card. Let me just remind you, I'm looking through all of these through Amazon, so it's actually cheaper here, it comes to £807, but through here it will probably total a little bit more. This is the R9 380 gaming. Now, this is more powerful than a GTX 960 at a lower price. This is the 4GB version. This will max out 1080p no problem, but it won't have the horsepower to do 1440p. But this price point, 1440p, is out of the question. 1080p gaming is really the sweet spot at the moment for FPS per dollar. So this card should do you perfectly well for at least 3 or 4 years at 1080p. But if you want to go a bit more overkill, the GTX 970. Always one that I always go to. Absolutely love this card. I have one of them and it's just beastly overclocking. This one has a boost clock, or base clock, sorry, of 1280. 1280. That's more than most people get on the R9 380. People get a max overclock of around 1250. So this comes higher base clocked. So this is a beastly card. This will max out 1080p, even 1440p. So, you know, the options there. I'd say if you're on a tighter budget, this will do perfectly fine. It's basically what you need and what you want. You want this, but you don't need it. This is what you need. So you make your choice. For the case, I've just gone with one that I know is brilliant. This is the 340 sourced by NZXT mid-tower case. I have one of these in white and I absolutely love it. I would recommend it to anyone. The cable management is perfect because in the bottom compartment you can just tuck all the wires in from the power supply and everything's really neat. I would like to see a couple more bays for hard drives. There's only 3 bays, but for most people that is not a problem at all. So, but if you want a different case, whatever one you prefer, get that case. The power supply is crucial. So when I saw that the 650 watt gold power supply was reduced on other sites down to £63, I jumped at it. A gold rated power supply means it's really good quality, and by EVGA Supernova you're guaranteed a good product. So no problem there, you know what it is. Windows 8.1 is the operating system. In all fairness, I probably at the moment would actually just get Windows 7 and then just upgrade to Windows 10 because it comes out on the 29th of July. But if you want Windows 8.1, here it is, perfect to use. For some reason, I don't know why, but it has mixed reviews, Windows 8.1, but most of the time it seems perfectly fine. If you don't want to go with that, we'll go with Windows 7 because that was a really good operating system. For the monitor, it was a split. I really wanted to save a little. I really wanted to get a 1440p monitor, but the cheapest one I could find was at 260 quid. And on a budget build, that really is just not. It's just not helpful. On a performance per dollar, this is fine. I didn't go with the 21 inch. I thought 24 inches would be a nicer number. It's only £20 more, but this is the BenQ loads of numbers and letters LED 24 inch multi-screen, multimedia widescreen. 2 millisecond response time, perfect for gaming. This will do you perfectly well with the setup we've built around it. And finally, for your keyboard and mouse, your choice. If you want, as I go, I go for this bundle pack because it's the cheapest and the quality and stuff is perfect. But choose what you want. Honestly, the keyboard and mouse is personal preference. I have a completely different setup to that for my keyboard and stuff. But hey ho, right. So this is the best of both worlds, best performance and best price. Hope you've enjoyed this, guys. Leave a like and subscribe for more tech builds, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you very much for watching.